Hello, welcome to my channel. It's called Drinking a Think, which is what my missus always tells me to do when I get a little bit ratty and a bit carried away doing something. Sometimes it'd be a beer, sometimes it'd be a cup of tea. Today it's an energy drink because we went out last night and I'm feeling a little bit delicate, shall we say. But think about me. So I'm an engineer, so I like to put my hands to different things, but just bought a house. It's in the process of going through, and it is a massive task. It needs doing top to bottom. We got it for a really good price, but it was built in 1978, and the guy, or whoever did that before, they didn't pick up a paintbrush, basically. It's still got green walls, it's got swirly, 70s carpets in it. It's very funky, but good thing is, it hasn't been touched. So it means, there's no weird wiring, there's no walls being messed with. It's all good structurally, but it does need renovating. So I was like, well, before I take on the monstrosity of the mortgage, I thought, I've got a little bit of cash free before it all happens. I'd start buying all the tools I need. I've got various different stuff, like from work. I've used all sorts over the time. Makita, DeWalt, Erbauer. I do like Erbauer, to be fair. Cheap and cheerful. But I've started watching videos, basically, like review channels of all the different stuff, and I found myself buying a lot of Lidl stuff, a lot of Parkside stuff. Now, I hate shopping, so if Mrs. says, do you want to go to Tesco's? No. Do you want to go to Sainsbury's? No. Lidl, I'll get my coat. So I'm always in the middle and I'm always buying stuff I probably don't need, but I think you can never have too many tools. So I thought, you know what? Well, I've got all this stuff. It's sat here. I can't really do anything with it at the moment because this place is sold, so it's going. So I thought maybe I'll have a go at reviewing. And if nobody watches it, then, whatever. It'll just be something that the blokes at work take the mick out of me for. So, the first thing I bought let me say, because I'm waffling on a little bit, but even though we went out last night, I was like, we need to be in Lidl at 9:30 because you can do a little browse round before you can pay at 10 o'clock on a Sunday. So, I've been eyeing up a few things there, which I'll do a few reviews about. But the first thing I wanted to talk about was, and I've already took it out of the box because I'm like a kid at Christmas, I can't wait, is this. The Parkside Crossline Laser Level. Now, it comes with the tripod, and this is $24.99, but if you have the Lidl Plus app, a little coupon thing, it doesn't cost you anything to sign up, and the little coupon, click on that, you get £5 off, so it's only 20 quid. And I thought, well, 20 quid for I'd probably spend 10 quid or whatever, 15 quid on a tripod. And I have actually got a laser level already. That's what I mean. I get a bit obsessed. I just keep buying stuff. But, so what I could do, we'll get it out anyway, right? So, basically, this is it. Parkside laser level. Takes 2 AA batteries, which come with it, which is nice. It feels, feels solid. I mean, there's not a lot to it, really. I mean, it's got all this rubber bit here, you've got your 2 buttons, which is horizontal, vertical, and then you've got your on-off switch, which effectively that releases the pendulum. So this is a pendulum in here, and when you knock it around, it floats about, it finds the central point, and then you've got a nice square line. So not much else to it, really. It looks all good and everything. The only thing I don't really like about it is when you release it. So that's it, there's laser on, and I'll show you on the wall in a minute. It's a bit, I know you shouldn't rattle these around too much, but it is a bit clunkier than my other one. It's a big old pendulum. You could probably just see it wobbling around. It's got quite a lot of play in it, which is not necessarily a bad thing. There is one thing I don't like about it, but I'll get back over to that in a minute, and I'll review it against the other one. But yeah, we'll come back to that. But this is the tripod, and I'll tell you what, for 20 quid for both, I'm really impressed with this. It's all aluminium. it ain't gonna last a second on site, to be honest. It's a bit flimsy for that. So, you know, if you're using it for day to day, like on a site and everything, you'd probably have to get something a bit more substantial. But it's great, really. I mean, it folds down like this, pops out like that. You've got these little things that release, and once you lock them, I will say, like, they are pretty solid. Like, do you know what I mean? I mean, if I went for it, I'd probably do it, but you know, it's pretty good. Like, so that pops up like that. And all the different legs do that. I'm not going to do them all, you know. And then you've got a little screw here, which you unscrew, which gives you a height adjustment. So it doesn't go massive, but you know, it's all right for what you need. You screw that back in, and then you've got, we all gonna know, like these, twist it around. You've got this big handle here, so that can be like that. And then you've got up and down with this bit here. So fair bit of yeah, good bit of adjustment. There's a little bubble on here. Now, these notoriously are just, I mean, I don't really know what I'd use it for. I mean, I suppose I could try and get a level, but it's like, the thing itself is going to tell you if it's level, because if it's out more than, I think it's 4 degrees. Yeah, if it's 4 degrees out, it won't work. It just turns off. So yeah, I mean, you're going to basically play it and set it up to the level anyway. So wouldn't really use that. I mean, at the moment it's saying it's bang on level, but it might be. I don't know. My eyes are still a bit. So yeah, honest, like the tripod, brilliant. Like, for the money, like, I like it. It feels nice. Like, it's all smooth. It feels like really, yeah, it's just nice. It does what you want it to, basically. Another little feature it does, which is quite cool, which I only found this out, like, just playing around, is you pop this off, and then this thing comes off. And then it's got a little, let me see here, it's got a little wing nut in there, which is, to be honest, not the easiest to get your fingers in. You kind of have to twist it and get your nails in there. I haven't got any nails because I bite them. And then you've got a little wing nut, and then you can screw that on, and then that clips back on like that. I'm not going to do it because I haven't really got, well, the room, or you won't be able to see very well on the camera. It's all set up and stuff. So I'm just going to show the laser as it is. Yeah, let's have a look. So, like I said before, you flick it on. Great, that's in the free mode, I should say. So the pendulum will rattle around a little bit, and then it will stop, and it will find the middle. This is what I say where it's a bit clunky. Like, you know, if you knock it, it does take a second to sort of find its level. Like, it's not a massive problem. I'm just a very impatient person. So you've got that. You click that, and your horizontal goes off, and you click it, and it comes back on. You know, same for the vertical. You turn the vertical line off, so you can just have horizontal, or you can click it back on, and then you got both. So yeah. Sorry, a little sip of this. I'll be climbing the walls in a minute. I mean, it's alright. Let me show you. So, sorry, I've been using this is very low budget. I've got literally a plant propping my phone up, but effectively, yeah. I mean, so it's the red laser. I mean, it's not overly sort of bright in here, but it's sort of decent there. But as as it hits up there, you can't see it the best. I mean, I've got the lights on, and then like there's a bit of daylight over there, and you're sort of struggling. Ignore the dirty cat bowl. You're sort of struggling really to sort of go as far. I say, and then that's the wobble. So it does take a little bit of time. The biggest thing I didn't really like about it, now I'm like saying, this is very cheap and cheerful, isn't it? Like 20 quid for this and this, like, you know, you can't go wrong really. That's what I thought. If you're doing little bits and you just want one for knocking about, and you're like, oh, I want to, I don't know, clip something up the wall, or I want to, you know, hang a picture or whatever, or anything like that, I mean, it's good. 20 quid, great. It's not the brightest. It says it works up to 10 meters, but I mean, I've got a feeling it'd have to be like a pitch black room because it's. I mean, like a normal standard thing. I mean, you can't. It doesn't show as good on the camera. I can just about see it, but it just disappears above that cove in there. And the same over here. So it's not the brightest. Now, the biggest bugbear of this thing is when you lock it. It turns off as well, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, so when you actually like lock it and then you turn it back on, that isn't necessarily. No, that looks square, but it isn't necessarily square because what it does is it just locks the pendulum wherever it's sat. So if I put it back on free mode and then give it a bit of a wobble and then lock it, like it will lock however the pendulum was, which is all right. I mean, because it's still going to be square because of the way the lasers are set up. But I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan of that. I mean, it's a small thing, but because they say you're doing up a set of stairs or something, you'd line it, and it's still square, and you just have to balance wherever you need it to be. Like, but yeah, if you're sort of locking it at a square point, it doesn't necessarily always sit square because then you flick it back over and then it goes. So, don't know, things, but I basically want to compare it. I mean, all this stuff's not ridiculous, nothing's really expensive. Like, I only buy sort of cheaper stuff because that's all I really need. So, this is the Magnuson, sorry. I got this, I think it was 30 quid. I think it was a bit of a sale in Screwfix. I'll be open on it. I get a little bit of discount, so I get like 5% off. So, I don't know, it was probably like 28 quid or something, I don't know. But I do like this. I really like it. They both got the same 1/4 inch thread on them. So this will also fit on this tripod, which is, part of the reason I thought, well, if this is no good, then I've got this and this, and that can agree to me dad or something. So, yeah, same thing. This is battery, 2 AA batteries. I don't think they came with it. No, you have to get your own batteries, this one. But I do like this one. This one's got a lot less play in it. So you flick it on, like, it doesn't rattle around as much. It's quite a small sort of thing. So because of that, it settles really quickly. I'll move these over here. I know you can't see, but like the green is a lot better. Like I can see that a lot clearer. It's on the plant there. But yeah, I mean, I prefer the green line. You can't really see, but I can actually see the green line all the way up to the door light. But I do prefer that. I say it's a lot sort of settled. And when you lock it, I say it doesn't matter sort of where, if you're rattling around or anything, as soon as you lock it, which I cannot do, it automatically locks the pendulum straight, sort of thing. I don't want to blind myself here, but basically, yeah, wherever that pendulum sat, when you lock it, it locks it solid. So it's always going to be square, like no matter how you lock it and everything. So yeah, I do prefer this one. I think it's a little bit nicer. If it's a bit more going to use. This one has, because it's got that further opening and everything, this one does actually project a wider range. So I did turn to this with all the lights off, but I mean, you're not really going to be working in the dark most of the time. But yeah, you can sort of see there with that green light, the green light there stops up just on the ceiling there, and the red one carries on and it goes a little bit further. It's hard to see, I know it's not the best. But yeah, so I'm going to wrap it up because I'm waffling on. But all in all, really, if you're going to be using it like once in a blue moon, really, for, I don't know, let's say finding the centre for a picture frame, or you know, you want to get like a bit of wood timber straight or something like that, like for 20 quid with the little app thing, for this and this, you can't really go wrong. Like it is what it is. I think you don't get like a nice case with it like the Magnuson one, but I feel like because it's got so much play with it, if you didn't, I mean, it's probably with all of them, but if you left it open and you knocked it around a bit, I would feel like it'd probably break reasonably easy. But I say I've just got it, so I don't know. I will use it. I will try it all out and everything. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I mean, the Magnuson wins out of this one for me. It just feels a bit more solid. I think, you know, the fact that it locks square every time is a great sort of feature of it. Well, I do like this tripod, I really do. I think, you know, you probably get one on Amazon or something like that, but it's a nice little set. So I really like it. So I think, to sum up, if you're just going to use it now and again, for 20 quid, you can't really go wrong. I think it's a great little addition you can have. Like, you might want to get yourself a little case. Or, I mean, to be honest, you could keep it in the box. You know, all good. 3-year guarantee. So, you know, that I think all Parkside stuff that does that. Sorry, that's the Guinness coming out of me. But yeah, all good. I mean, I would prefer this if you've got a little bit more money. I mean, if you probably get this and probably this for, I don't know, 10, 15 quid, it'll probably cost you 45 quid all in. I would use this mainly because, I mean, I've got to renovate an entire house, so this is probably going to be used quite a lot because it's an older house. I don't know if the walls are straight and I'm going to be doing all sorts like pipe work and a lot like. I will use this now and again, but I'd probably recommend this over this. I know the camera review, like, the angle's not the best. I'm not very good at this. Hopefully I'll get better. So yeah, I think for 20 quid, like, get yourself one if you're just going to use it occasionally. I do love the tripod. If you're going to want one that's a bit more, you're going to use quite a bit more, I would say get the Magnuson one. It's good. Lovely little case. You know. I bought loads of stuff, to be honest, loads of stuff I don't need. I've got a satellite signal finder, which I'll probably never ever use, but as I go, if people are interested, I will start doing a few reviews. I say I'll hopefully, if this takes off, I might try and do some DIY videos as I go into the new house, and you can sort of take you along for the journey as I struggle and make mistakes, and everyone can rip me apart for it, but you know, it is what it is. It's, you know, you got to try stuff, haven't you? So, yeah, that's about it for this one. I mean, I have got a big review which I want to do, which is the reason I was in Aldi at 9:30, waiting to get it. But I'll leave that for the next video, and I'll just do an honest thing. Like I say, I'm not sponsored or paid or anybody. Like, no one might care what I think, but I thought it was just give it a go and just share what I think about this stuff. So yeah. If you like it, thumbs up. If you don't like it, thumbs down. And then I know I haven't got literally any videos out yet, but if you want to subscribe, and I'll get some videos out. And yeah, okay. Have a good day, everyone. Cheers.